Hello, my name is Dave Thomas. I am from St. Paul, Minnesota. I work in the special education department of a local elementary school. I am a husband, father of two, an Iraq War veteran, a volunteer firefighter, and a parks commissioner. I am the Independence Party candidate endorsed for U.S. Congress in District 4. I am running for Congress because I believe the current government is failing the American people. Dysfunction and partisan bickering are removing Congress's ability to function. The two-party system has seriously undermined the voice of the American people. I am running because the blame now, do nothing later Congress refuses to create meaningful legislation and instead relies on special interest lobbying, gerrymandered districts, inflated campaign costs, and party politics to remain employed. I believe there is a real disconnect between the current members of Congress and the struggles of real, everyday Minnesotans. This is part of the reason Congress's approval rating is hovering around 11%, and yet 92% of Congress people will be reelected this season. I am running for U.S. Congress because I believe that together we can do better for ourselves. I believe we should be focused on meaningful and manageable solutions to the issues that face this nation. We must find middle ground and look to what unites us as Americans and not at what divides us. We need common sense answers to the real problems that face this nation. Today's student loan debt is currently over $1 trillion, exceeding all other forms of debt besides housing. This amount, which has risen by 600% from 1998 to 2006, and again by 600% from 2006 to 2012, is creating a generation of serfs. Chaining graduates to debt averaging at $40,000 a student has crippled our ability to purchase housing, invest in or start businesses, care for elderly family members, or even move out of their mom and dad's basement. I believe that the federal government has taken on rights and responsibilities that have been usurped from the states. This includes education. Government-guaranteed loans are allowing the universities to increase their tuition rates at their own discretion at the expense of the consumer. We should forgive all student loan debt and remove the federal government from the student loan process altogether. I believe in the legalization, taxation, and regulation of marijuana in all forms. To make illegal something because it is found to be distasteful is an attack on our civil liberties. Right now, the most dangerous thing about marijuana is being caught by the police with it. The only major side effect to legalizing it seems to be a dramatic drop in crime, as evidenced by Colorado. And to make illegal a product that could revolutionize industry and agriculture is harming our own economic mobility and infringing upon our pursuit of liberty. For decades, the NSA has been drastically undermining the U.S. Constitution, and it's time to end this flagrant abuse of power. It puts far too much power in the hands of far too individuals. I propose a drastic reduction in the budget for the National Security Agency. This will force the NSA to focus their resources primarily on projects with the best prospects. The NSA will be forced economically to focus on the true threats to this American way of life. That is, of course, other than themselves. I believe there's nothing a combat veteran should have to chase down, including and especially health care. It is shameful the way we make veterans chase down their health care benefits. That is why I propose an individual card that would ensure all veterans at the same rate and cost and coverage as the VA would for any private provider, allowing them the freedom to choose who they get their health care services from at no extra cost to themselves. I also believe that we need a 5% increase in national parks, size and scope, including creating corridors for safe migration of migratory animals. I believe we need to put a man on Mars by the year 2030. This would become the greatest cultural and scientific achievement of mankind. I believe that we need to set this nation up for success for generations to come. That is why we need to become energy self-sufficient and remove ourselves from supposed allies who do not adhere to our same standards of democracy and livelihood. So once again, I am Dave Thomas, and please vote for me for Congress.